See them red lips. Right now. Hey guys, we're checking out the Lew's Xfinity speed stick with the speed spool. So it's got 7:5:1 gear ratio, extra fast. They have 8 ball bearings. There's a 6'10" medium heavy fast action rod. Those wind grips, high-tech polymer wind grips. So far, my first impressions are pretty good. I like this rod. I was checking it out and just hitting the thing, see how long it would spin, and it spins a lot longer and faster than any of the other Walmart rods. And I really like, I'm wanting to try a Lew's rod, nice Lew's rod, and the speed stick in general, just so I can use a larger variety of different baits and lures that need a faster approach. Hey guys, it's Woods and Waters, and I'm out here doing a little bass fishing today with the Lew's Xfinity speed stick and the mystery tackle box bass fishing kit. I did the first impressions yesterday, and today, like I said, I'm out here trying them out. And I just caught a nice, probably buck bass off of a lipless crank that came in the box, and so far I really like this Lew's Xfinity reel. Alright, just got this another bass here on the MTB lipless crank. Alright, I got him on the box. You can see nose to tail. He's sitting at 16 inches. Crushed it. Really wanted that lipless crank, crawfish color. Go ahead and put them back. Alright, see them red lips. Go ahead and put it back now. Again, after catching that second bass, I definitely had full control of that fish with this rod and reel setup. It's a very fast reel, very stout rod. Seems to have very good control of good sized fish. A lot of times if you have a springy rod or a light rod, undersized reel, you can really feel the weight of that fish, and the fish just really kind of fights you, takes you right down into the mud and everything. This rod, like I said, I was able to keep him up high and steer him in the direction that I wanted to go. So that's another good feature to this rod. They have really good setup, nice paired very nicely. I've spent some time looking around in the aisles to see what kind of setups you could build yourself. This rod itself is about $59, and a reel would be $30–40 plus. So if you do the math, they gave you a really good deal for the reel and the rod together. I think they give you a deal on the reel, but I'm a fan of the rod and reel setup, that's for sure. My first cast had a little bit of a hang up in it. Got it down to I'm on number 6 and about half tension, and now I'm using, I think, probably a ½ ounce or ¼ ounce lipless crank, and I haven't had any problem. It's very smooth, very fast reeling. It's probably one of the fastest reels that I've had, and most times I've ever tried to use my lipless cranks with my other reel, it was a 3:7:1. It was way too slow and I had no control over the bait. But so far I love this little package I got here for 97 bucks at Walmart. Alright, I'll show you guys a couple casts with it, show you guys how it works. It's pretty smooth. Like I said, each reel is about 18 inches of line draw, compared to about a ½ a foot maybe with the regular reel. It's a little dry out of the box. Like, I could probably get some gear oil, things like that for it. I'm going to show you guys some pictures right here of the bass I caught. About 15–16 inches, maybe a pound and a half. Nice red lips. You can tell he was eating craws. I was using the Christie craw earlier with the Texas rig, and for about 2-3 hours I wasn't getting nothing. I eventually switched over to the craw, and immediately, probably third cast, that's how I got hooked up. These grips that it came with are really nice. I noticed that when I hooked that bass, it had a very light, solid hook set, and I didn't have any slip or sway. My hands were a little bit wet and everything, and I didn't have any trouble hooking up with that bass. A lot of times with my other cheaper reels, I notice as I'm trying to reel, my hands just kind of flip-flop off the reel handles, and I tend to, it seems like, fumble the reel. But this one, like I said, it was nice and snug, nice and secure in my hand. Got this extra long handle to maneuver with for an easy hook set. It's a very solid, stout rod. It's a 6'10" rod as well, so it gave me no trouble. 14-15 pound drag setting. I've got it about halfway, and it was set perfect. I really like the colors on it. Got a nice bright orange with a white offset, solid orange up top. It has 10 little selections for your magnetic spool adjustment, and the typical little wheel dial right here for your brake adjustment and your drag setting. I think it says it has a 15-pound drag setting, as well as just over 18 inches of line spool per reel. Like I said, I only paid 97 bucks, so probably $100 out the door for this. And here in a minute, I'm going to take it out and check it out on the lake and give you guys an accurate review, see how I like it out there, test it out with a variety of lures, compare it to a couple other rods and reels that I've had.